From the venue, I assume, where Patricia de Lille is expected to make an announcement that she called an announcement of national importance, I believe it was, when she made that resignation on the steps of the Western Cape High Court. Lester, what are we expecting from Patricia de Lille this afternoon?
Well, Patricia de Lille has said that she will not be lost to South Africa, calling herself a patriot, and that she'll be utilized in whichever way she feels fit, that she still has lots to contribute to the South Africa and South African public. Now, these could all be mentioned euphemistically, saying that this could be a return to active politics for Patricia de Lille just 2 weeks after resigning as Cape Town Mayor and resigning from the Democratic Alliance. She's been fairly tight-lipped on exactly what form a new role would take, but some of the clues that we're seeing around this conference centre here in the Cape Town CBD, some of former political staff and some former office staff that was in her office as mayor, also around working behind the scenes here at this conference centre here in the Cape Town CBD. So highly likely that an announcement of some form of new political platform for Patricia de Lille will somehow be announced here in Cape Town this afternoon.
Now, Lester, in a political sense, this is really not Patricia de Lille's first rodeo, as it were. And the speculation has been rife. There was talk that she was being wooed, perhaps, by the EFF. Remember, after she made an appearance at an event that they had organized in honor of, or after the passing of Winnie Madikizela Mandela, then there was talk that she was being courted by the ANC again. But of course, more and more talk about the fact that she would perhaps be reviving the independent Democrats. Now, this is speculation, but what is probably the most sensible option if there is such a thing in South African politics?
Well, you're very right that Patricia de Lille was being wooed and being courted by various other political parties, particularly here in the Western Cape. Earlier this year, the ANC's head of elections, Fikile Mbalula, was asked whether he had approached Patricia de Lille to perhaps join the ANC in their 2019 election push, and he didn't discount that suggestion, saying that she was an incredibly capable politician, particularly here in Cape Town and the Western Cape. Also, you're right, there had been some insinuations that there may be some interlude between the Patricia de Lille as well as the EFF, but I think the likelihood of Patricia de Lille going by herself is probably the more likely option. As we all know, she's an incredibly independent woman. She is what has been known in South African politics as a firebrand politician, so I don't think she'd be wanting to join someone else's train. She would want to be leading in that front. So what we're waiting for, whether it's some sort of political movement or whether it's some civil society movement, we just don't know yet. But with so many former Democratic Alliance councillors resigning from the caucus as well as from the party, saying that they're throwing their weight behind Patricia de Lille, it leaves a little room left other than to think that a new political movement is beckoning. We're just about 7 months away from a general elections, and after this announcement, if it is that the announcement of a new political formation for Patricia de Lille, is 7 months enough time to build a platform, to build a base, and still to contest successfully, or at least competitively, in the 2019 general elections?
From an anecdotal point of view, how strong is the Patricia de Lille brand within the electorate of Cape Town? Knowing that that electorate is very and extremely diverse, how strong is the brand of Patricia de Lille in that neck of the woods as we stand?
I think you just have to go back to the 2016 local government elections. The Democratic Alliance, led by Patricia de Lille in the city, winning a two-thirds majority in the Cape Town City Council. Now, Patricia de Lille is saying that is because of Brand de Lille, because of her previous tenure as mayor, because she has this groundswell of local grassroots support. She's saying that is why the Democratic Alliance won that two-thirds majority in the Cape Town City Council. the Democratic Alliance, on the other hand, saying that that was all due to the party's work and governing not only in Cape Town but in the broader Western Cape, other municipalities around this province. So it is definitely both sides taking credit for that two-thirds majority win in the Cape Town City Council. That said, when all this controversy between the Democratic Alliance and Patricia de Lille started, Patricia de Lille still had public meetings. She still was, one could argue, on the campaign trail, that she held weekly meetings in various parts of the city and various parts of the Cape Flats as well. So it did appear that Patricia de Lille at that time still had lots of community support backing her. Whether that would translate into a support for a new political platform, we're just going to have to wait and see. At 1 o'clock this afternoon, Patricia de Lille will be making that announcement, what she calls an announcement of national importance.
We'll leave it there for now. Thank you so much for that insight.